It's the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion. This is for Friday, the 10th of June. I'm Michael Groff. All right, here it is, the hottest weather we've had so far this year with near record high temperatures expected this weekend. Some relief from the heat is expected for the first half of next week, but that doesn't last long as the heat is expected to return, along with an increase in moisture potentially and a lot of forecast uncertainty regarding how much moisture and what about some rain chances for us here in Phoenix. All right, a lot to talk about, and we'll do that in just a moment. But first, it's Friday, so that means it's Photo Friday here, and that's where we take a look at some of the photos and or videos that you guys have submitted. And first up, we'll go international. Our friend Zane down in Brisbane, Australia, sends in a couple of pictures. It's looking very nice down there. Of course, it is winter down under. And that means temperatures are nice and cool. He says it's gotten down to near 40 degrees Fahrenheit in Brisbane. And some of the mountains south of there have experienced upwards of 20 inches of snow. Boy, that sounds nice right about now, doesn't it? All right, and then we have some pictures, anonymous pictures sent in here from White River over in eastern Arizona. Some clouds building up, some showers, thunderstorms. They even picked up about 1/10 of an inch of rain the other day. You see that temperature there, 69 degrees. And there's a video of some of the rain coming down for eastern Arizona. We hope to see more of that. We could see a little bit of that today and tomorrow, but we're hoping to see more of that later next week and maybe the following weekend. And then Joe has this picture for us, and if it looks a little bit familiar, that's because it was the sunrise from this morning. And what's a sunrise without a sunset? Steve in Willow Creek. It's been a while since we've heard from him, and that's because he's been working on his garden, but finally got this picture of a sunset into us, and that is awesome. And finally, our young storm chaser, Tyler. Speaking of people it's been a while since we've heard from, he's got some pictures out on the chase there across parts of Nebraska, Texas, and New Mexico. Some prolific lightning shots. Love to see these. So Tyler, great job on those shots. Some strong and severe storms. Glad you got to see some of those. Of course, he's always in search of that ever elusive tornado as well. All right. Thank you guys so much. All of your contributions. Photo Friday. We do it each and every week. You want to participate? groffshow@gmail.com is my email address. That is groffshow@gmail.com for Photo Friday. All right, let's get into it here. Looking at the almanac from yesterday, 109 degrees the afternoon high. 84 was the morning low. The normal high 103. The normal low 77. And as we take a look outside right now at 8:35 a.m., a couple of high clouds out there right now, but mostly clear sky dominating. And we're sitting at 93 degrees. It is toasty. Dew points at 48, relative humidity 22%. The winds are light and the barometer is steady. The upper air look reveals high pressure remains the dominant feature here across the southwest. Those upper heights around 591 decameters for us today, and that's going to translate to just plain old hot. We do have that inverted trough sitting to the southwest of us, but it's moving away. It's moving westward, and so that's going to limit the number of showers and storms that we see over the far eastern mountains in the southeastern corner of the state. Here's the watch warning map. You know the deal around here. An excessive heat warning is in effect for the Phoenix area, and that's through 8 p.m. Sunday. And those heat warnings extend through much of southern, western Arizona, southern California, southern Nevada, the valleys of central and northern California, and parts of the Great Basin. Elsewhere, severe thunderstorm watch is in effect for parts of Arkansas and Louisiana. And we see that highlighted on the convective outlook as well for today, that enhanced risk of severe storms, level 3 out of 5 for southeastern Arkansas, Louisiana, and Mississippi, and that broader severe weather risk across much of the southeastern United States. Here in Arizona, the eastern mountains, the Mogollon Rim, southeast Arizona in the green. We could see at least a few thunderstorms there today, but again, most of these storms would be high-based, meaning that they're not going to produce much in the way of precipitation, mostly wind and lightning producers, unfortunately. All right, checking the tropics in the East Pacific, things looking a little bit interesting there. We've got an area of disturbed weather off the Mexican coast. In the short term, a very low chance that develops, but over the next 5 days, the National Hurricane Center giving that a 70% probability to develop as it slowly works its way to the west. And there's a question as to whether or not at least some of that moisture might just make its way up into the southwestern United States at some point later next week. And we'll talk about that in just a moment. Here's a look at precipitation. This is valid through Friday morning of next week, and rain amounts in Phoenix, probably nothing. Statewide, could see up to maybe 1/10 of an inch across the eastern mountains in southeast Arizona. And just at the end of this forecast period and beyond, things do start to turn decidedly more interesting. And we'll talk about that in more detail right now as we take a look at the models. Here we go. This is the GFS. It's the 06Z run, valid at 2 o'clock this afternoon. Big ridge of high pressure, that's the dominant feature here across the southwest. Our little inverted trough sits to the southwest of us. It's moving away. So the instability associated with that will be pulling away as well. So what it means for us down at the surface today, mostly sunny and hot. Highs this afternoon, 109 to 113. The record high temperature for today in Phoenix, 111 degrees, set in 1978. Pretty good chance we tie or break that. And a few thunderstorms possible again over the eastern mountains and the southeastern part of the state, but that will not affect us. Tonight, mostly clear sky, very warm, overnight lows in the 80s. And then tomorrow, sunny with near record heat once again. Highs 110 to 114. Record high for Phoenix is 114 degrees. And we could still see an isolated shower thunderstorm once again over in the far eastern mountains in the southeastern corner. All right, on Sunday, still sunny sky, breezy conditions, hot temperatures remain, highs right around 109 to 113. And we do see a trough coming through the Pacific Northwest, and that is ultimately going to start to push eastward by Monday, helping to flatten out the ridge a little bit. So some minor reprieve from the heat will be in store for us. Highs dropping several degrees to around 104 to 107 on Monday, 102 to 106 on Tuesday. But each day, sunny sky, maybe just a light breeze, and dry conditions continue. Now, as we go to Wednesday, things starting to turn a bit more interesting. We've got a ridge building across the southern and central plain states, and that will expand toward the greater southwest, so temperatures are going to start to climb once again. Highs 105 to 109, sunny sky continues, a bit of moisture across northwest Mexico, maybe again bumping up against the southeastern border of our state. Here's Thursday, that ridge continues to build. The heat continues to build, highs 108 to 112, and notice at least isolated to perhaps widely scattered showers and thunderstorms over the eastern mountains, the eastern rim, and southeast Arizona. And then look what happens as we go out to a week from today. This is Friday, the 17th. Pretty substantial trough for this time of year, upper low, just off the west coast, and a 597 ridge sitting over the central plain states. We're in between that, and a deeper southerly to south-southeasterly flow develops over Arizona, could bring in some decent moisture, maybe some tropical moisture from a system that develops down there, as we were showing you earlier. That remains to be seen. Nevertheless, while this is not what you would call a classic or traditional monsoon setup, the result's still the same. Could see some decent moisture for widely scattered, maybe scattered showers and thunderstorms over Arizona. And model trends continue to indicate better moisture coming in here and above average precipitation. Of course, for this time of year, above average precipitation means anything more than about 0.02 of an inch for Phoenix. So, but nevertheless, this is still an encouraging sign. Now, as we go to Saturday, the 18th, again, upper low near San Francisco, big ridge over the plain states, Arizona, deep southerly flow. And this kind of looks almost like a transitional type of event that we would see in September or October. And in these types of setups, there is a possibility we could also see some interaction from this trough, some extra dynamic support brought in for the potential of strong, maybe severe storms if this plays out as advertised. So very interesting setup that's still about a week out. And so a lot can change between now and then, but we're watching this very carefully. Some of our ensemble guidance does paint the possibility of some heavier rain maybe in here. So that's something to look forward to. And then as we go out 10 days, this is Sunday the 19th, that trough begins to lift out and more of a southwesterly flow would be coming in. So the moisture would start to get pushed to the east if that's right. But the good news is temperatures would be headed down as the upper heights drop quite a bit here. All right, now let's take a look at rainfall for Phoenix. This is going out through the 24th of June, coming off of the GFS ensemble. You've got 31 members here in this ensemble, and just about all of them do have at least some degree of measurable rain. Now, you've got a few members that show basically nothing. Others are way up there around an inch. The ensemble mean 1/4 of an inch. Now, a little real talk here. historically speaking, climatologically, this is the driest time of the year in Phoenix. We generally do not get much in the way of precipitation this time of year. However, with more and more of our model guidance heading toward a wetter solution, we will have to watch for the possibility of at least some chance of showers and thunderstorms way out there toward a week from now and beyond. Even though this is not a traditional monsoon setup, hey, we'll take the rain however we can get it. And temperatures off the national blend of models, yeah, very hot. 113 today, 114 tomorrow, 113 Sunday, a little bit cooler, if you want to call it that, for Monday and Tuesday. And temperatures could rise again at some point later next week with that expansive ridge, and then cool off a bit once more with more moisture coming in. And it's possible if we see a more significant push of moisture and rainfall, temperatures could actually be much lower than what is displayed here. And that's going to do it for the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion for today. My next video due back here on Monday morning. Of course, updates before that if necessary. If you enjoy these videos, then be sure to subscribe, like, share, click that notification bell, leave those comments, questions, and suggestions. And music fans, do check it out. My streaming station available 24/7, 365. It's called KMGX, where we play a ton of music. Have a lot of fun while doing that. Myself and the one and only Michelle are involved in the programming and operation of that station. And what could be better than the most chaotic mix of music you've ever heard, along with hearing my voice, but especially Michelle's voice over there. So do check it out. I leave a link to it in the description. All right, thank you so much for watching. All of your continued support, it is so greatly appreciated. You guys be safe, stay cool, stay hydrated out there. Have yourselves a great Friday and a wonderful weekend.